Don't you think this is excessive? I ask Uncle Thomas, which earns me a hard stare in the rearview mirror. I mean, 7 cars behind us is a bit extreme. Even you have to agree with me. I turn to Pike, but he doesn't say a word because he's not rocking any boat, especially not after the way my uncles and father gave him shit before we left Izzy's house.
7 cars and 20 men is not excessive when you're dealing with a man like DeSantis,
Uncle James says as he sits beside Uncle Thomas in the front seat of the car. Pike's hand finds mine in the darkness, and he squeezes my fingers.
They're just being safe. Don't give me no shit, little girl,
James barks. That's my new name, Little Girl. I thought I'd grown out of it about the time I started to grow tits, but now it's back, and I have a feeling it's not going anywhere either.
If I get word that you try to leave that compound,
you'll spank me, I sass, smirking as soon as his eyes cut to mine in the mirror again. Uncle James and Izzy get their freak on. I know all about their sex life now after finding his profile on a BDSM website I'd used for research when I had to write a paper for my sexual psychology class at FSU. The textbook only went so deep, and the library was absolutely no help because many of the books they carried were by men who preferred the missionary position and knew nothing of real kink. So I went right to the source, clicked my way through the biggest kinkster site I could find. And a few clicks later, and I was on Master James's page, looking at shit I could never unsee and learning things I never wanted to know. That's not something you can just wipe out of your head. Can't erase the images and words without any amount of alcohol. And I should know, because I tried and failed.
Fucking hell, Thomas mutters, shaking his head. You have a mouth on you sometimes.
I'm just practicing for my stint at the Disciples compound. I figure I can't walk in there all meek and mild. I have to be balls to the wall, ready to sling some shit with the best of them. Yeah? Pike's eyes flash as I glance at him with a big smile. Fuck, he groans, which only makes my smile even bigger.
It's best if you stay in your room,
James says. Like that's gonna fucking happen. So I keep poking, because I have to do something to pass the time, and this drive has officially turned into the longest one of my life. Why didn't you just lock us up instead, Uncle James? I mean, if you want us to be prisoners, why not just keep us home, locked in our rooms, like the little kids you think we are?
I get you're pissed, kid, but I don't need your lip right now, when I'm trying to do everything to keep you and Pike alive. You don't like the situation?
He pauses, but I don't fill the silence.
Too fucking bad. Sometimes as adults, we have to do shit we don't want to do so we can live another day. You think a jail cell is going to be better than that compound?
He barks out a bitter laugh.
You have a lot to fucking learn. 3 minutes out,
Thomas says into the phone, sending a voice text to everyone who's following behind.
All clear,
my father's voice says back. And I mean everyone. Not only are my other uncles and dad in the car behind us, but so are the guys from Alpha. Even Uncle Bear tagged along for the ride because he's down with anything that could end up with his ass shot. The man is crazy, searching for danger and driving my great-aunt Fran absolutely batshit crazy. I promise I won't cause trouble, I say softly, knowing my fate is sealed and our imprisonment within the walls of the compound probably won't be as bad as I'm making out.
Just stick by Pike. He lived at the compound for a few years and knows what situations to steer you clear of.
So, you want me at Pike's side at all times? I clarify because it's sounding like I have the stamp of approval to be in Pike's bed.
Gigi,
James warns, knowing where I'm going because of course he does.
She's trying to get me killed,
Pike whispers. I squeeze his fingers, trying to hide my laughter, because this shit is heavy. I'm using the only coping mechanism I have, my humor and my sarcasm. Who wants to be running for their life? Not me.